What is up, guys? Welcome in. My name is Nick and welcome to the channel. Welcome to the third installment in the climb to 5k rating in the Forza Multiplayer skill ratings. You join me today at Kyalami in the touring cars once again. We're going to find ourselves in unfamiliar positions here because we are actually attempting to qualify for this one. It's quite a small lobby with only 8 players in it, and I thought with that short lobby we'll give it a go, see if we can get ourselves near the front to see how we get on from there, as we are trying to claim in rating. So starting from the back does automatically put us a fair few seconds or tens of seconds behind the lead to begin the race really. So as you can see here, the first one we got a 57.4, but over the course of that we managed to find nearly a whole second coming down towards mine shaft, and we do get a full second by the time we get over the line. So we do finish with the 156.4, which is about 4 seconds quicker than the closest person. So we do nab our first pole position for the series, and actually my first pole position in the multiplayer lobbies as well. So we will get the little bloop of the Steam achievement clearing as we go through this one. As a reminder, we are starting this race in a skill rating of 4296 and a safety rating of A. Unfortunately, obviously with the heinous murdering that was happening with the Oreo Audi in the last one, we did drop from S to A with that questionable penalty we picked up as he rejoined off track onto the racing line. So yeah, it's not the best. We should hopefully improve that back up no time at all. We are generally ones to err on the side of caution. I did wonder with this one because we are currently in the middle of an intermission bug. This was a very long one for about 5 minutes. I was sat there waiting for this, thinking it was very appropriate. The first time I get on pole will be the time the game breaks, and I was adamant I was going to start this race. So we will be starting on pole position. We do unfortunately drop, there's the bloop, we do drop a few players before the start here, but we will get away from pole. We have a clear track in front of us. There is only 5 people remaining. We did drop 3 during that intermission bug, unfortunately. The Hyundai's not the greatest off the line here, so we can see the Civic is closing in during the second part of the start, coming down to turn 1. We brake nice and early on the inside still, put ourselves on the apex first so we can make sure we do hold position coming through the early series of corners, going up barbecue corner here towards Sunset, and we have already made up nearly a second over the Civic through that first series of turns. So just time to get our head down and start stretching that gap. By the S's we have already increased that by another second to just over 2 seconds total, over the line at 3.5 seconds clear of the pack. The person in third at the moment did start from the back of the grid, so he is very quick as he didn't qualify and doing some form of last to first challenge, I'd imagine, and he's already taken about half a second out of us, and that's going to be a lot more because the vicious curbs at Kyalami, I got a bit too greedy going through there on the way up to Cheetah, and it just ran my left tyre over the curb, which was enough to unbalance the car, sending me off into the barrier. So we do drop down to P4, unfortunately. We do climb up onto the back of them by the first turn here, and the Audi going a bit murdery on the Civic in front of us, just forcing him, making sure he can get the nose of the car in, using the Civic as a brake. He brakes very early coming up through barbecue here down towards Sunset. We have to take a little bit of avoiding action, lock up a little bit. Coming through the S's, he's a little bit out of shape on entry. He gets all out of shape with mid-corner braking, which makes the car sort of skid out on him. Not sure if he's intentionally running me off the road, but we're just going to make sure that he's the one who's, I mean, if he's going to push me off the road, I'm not really going to fight him too much. I'm just going to make sure that he probably should not do that. This is all I'm going to say. Coming down the hill, we do get pushed off the track by the Red Bull liveried Civic. I do tend to give anyone in a F1 style livery a bit more leeway. Generally, in multiplayer races, they do tend to be a little bit more either unskilled or unhinged, or both. Coming up here through Cheetah, I was expecting the guy to drift wider. I'm not going to lie, I was going to try and cut back and get a run into turn 1, but he did manage to hold it online there. We accidentally make a move coming up into the last corner here. We get a nice little tap from behind, but I wasn't actually intending to make that move there. He just braked so early on the outside that I luckily was a little bit over to the left hand side and just slid past him. So we got up into P3 coming through there, and we hold that into turn 1. There was a little bit of potentially attempted murder from him coming through there. I'm not entirely sure, but we will hold that to P3. We put a gap of over 3 seconds over the course of that lap. We are on lap 4 coming into the beginning of lap 5. We catch up to P2, but rather than staying out, we're going to, now we're halfway through the race, jump in, get a fresh set of mediums. You know what to do at this point. We are in pit lane, and that means it is time for you to drop me a like, leave me a comment if you're enjoying the video, and obviously subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future. So coming out here, we are about 8-9 seconds off the pack. You can see them go through turn 1 just as we come out here, and we've done about 11 seconds as we come through turn 1 here. So we're looking to take as much time out of these guys as we can. Through the S's, we have already taken out about 2 seconds. We're down to 8-9 seconds behind them, and then through Mineshaft, we're down to just over 7 seconds. Through Cheetah, we are down to 6 seconds total behind. A little bit of a kerfuffle happening here. I'm not sure if they were both trying to make it into pit lane or one of them was and one of them wasn't, but we do make up a free position on the Audi who was pitting. We are back onto the back of the Red Bull liveried Civic. We do make a number of position with the other car pitting there, so this is going to be a fight for P2. Once again, we put ourselves on the inside, brake just for the 100 so we can make sure we slow down in time for the apex on the title line, get it through there nice and easily. So we increase our gap to those behind by 5 to 6 seconds over the course of that lap, and we're looking to see if we can close down on P1 over the last couple of laps. We're about 15 seconds, but unfortunately, as you can see, by the end of lap 8 we are still at roughly 15 seconds. We've taken a couple of tenths out, but not much there. So nice short one. This one we managed to get a nice podium. We did probably ruin our own chance of getting a potential win because we were very close on pace with the Audi out in front, but it is what it is. So I only got myself to blame for that really, but we do get our first view of us taking a podium in multiplayer. We get a second position there, so we can't really complain too much about that. But thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been the 3rd episode in the Climb to 5k series. As you can see, our final times were I actually had a slightly faster lap than he did, and with that P2 we do gain in skill rating. We are just breaching 4.3k at 4.326. We are maintaining a safety rating rather of A, so we're going to be looking to improve that. But thank you for watching, guys. If you did like this, do leave a comment, like and subscribe for more in the future. If you haven't seen it, here is the start of this series, and if you are enjoying this, do click the Forza Motorsport playlist for all of my Forza Motorsport content. So yeah, once again, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.